What is the rehearsal process? Well, for anybody who's ever done a play before, maybe even dance performances before, you might have heard the word rehearsal. You might know what it means already. But for anybody who hasn't, let's be really specific about what it is. A rehearsal process is taking a play or a piece of a play, whether it's a monologue or a scene or whatever, from zero, meaning reading it for the first time, all the way through to bringing it to life on stage or on screen. Now, you might often have heard people call rehearsal play practice. And while that's not totally wrong, I want to encourage all of my students to not think of it that way. And it might seem like a silly difference, but here's the big thing. In sports is primarily the word that we associate with practice, right? And so when you go to a practice for a sport, usually the goal is perfection or as close to it as possible. If I'm playing soccer and we're running maneuvers, I'm trying to get everybody on the team to run the maneuver as perfectly as humanly possible, right? That's what I'm trying to do. But in performance, perfection, especially with acting, perfection is not really a thing. Unlike sports and stuff where perfect is technically measurable almost. Acting is not really that. So, a rehearsal process I encourage my student actors to always think about as a process of discovery and of creation, rather than a journey to try and be perfect. You will want improvement. You will want to be good. You will want to have a strong, finished, prepared product, but you don't necessarily want to think of it as, I've got to be perfect. So, what's going to happen over the course of this monologue unit is you are going to rehearse your own monologues. I am going to be providing examples of how I want you to approach each part of the rehearsal process so that as you work you go, okay, so this is what I'm trying to do for this stage of the process. And this process mirrors the way a professional rehearsal process is structured. It starts with table work and asking questions and discussions. Then it moves into exploration and trying different things for the character. Then it moves into memorizing and what's called honing in or refining down what your possible choices are into what you think is the best version for you. And then finally you move into the last phase, which is really prepping. Making sure that you're memorized, really locking in your final choices, and making sure that you are really bringing the character to life as you, the actor, think they should be portrayed, in collaboration with the director. All right? So, here we go. Break a leg.